Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the ultimate freshman roadmap. If you're in your first year of college and you want to cut through all that massive noise out there to land a top-tier tech job, well, you're in the right place. We're going to explore some fantastic source material from the Not Your College community. Let's break down exactly what this roadmap says you need to do, and honestly, more importantly, what you absolutely shouldn't do to set yourself up for success.
Okay, the source material tackles this right out of the gate. 30+ lakhs per annum. That is the dream salary goal for so many engineering students, especially if you're starting out in a Tier 3 college. But a goal that big over a 4-year degree, it can feel completely paralyzing. So the roadmap solution is simple. You've got to break that giant 4-year dream down into actionable daily habits starting right now in year 1. But hey, it's not just about the paycheck. The roadmap points us toward the ICPC, which is widely considered the literal Olympics of coding. The source highlights that aiming for a summit like this completely changes your trajectory. It's high stakes, it's prestigious, and you know what? Even if you just start preparing for it, you are already putting yourself miles ahead of the competition.
So here's our game plan for today's Explainer. First, the ultimate freshman goal. Second, semester 1, building foundations. Third, the tool stack and community. Fourth, semester 2, leveling up, and finally, the golden mindset rules.
Section 1, the ultimate freshman goal, setting those year-end targets.
According to the roadmap, here are the exact chronological targets you need to hit. Day 1, well, that's today. Your mission is a non-negotiable minimum of 1 hour of coding. By month 6, your target is 40 to 50 LeetCode easy questions. Fast forward to month 12, and the roadmap suggests hitting a 900+ rating on Codeforces, and finally, by the end of the year, launching at least one live project on GitHub. This is your true north.
Moving right along to Section 2, Semester 1, Building Foundations. Do less, but do it consistently.
The roadmap identifies a massive trap that freshmen fall into. So what should you do? Pick exactly one language, something like Java or C++, code for an hour daily, definitely don't fail your college exams, and solve those 50 LeetCode problems. But what shouldn't you do? Suffer from shiny object syndrome. Please, don't try to become a machine learning, web dev, and competitive programming expert all in week 1. The source explicitly warns that trying to learn everything at once literally guarantees you learn nothing. Just pick one path for the semester and stick to it.
Section 3, the tool stack and community. Escaping the language trap and building a network.
Now, the source outlines a strict list of peripheral tools you absolutely must adopt to survive alongside your algorithms. You've got to master Git, GitHub, and VS Code. You should learn some basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, really just enough to understand how things work locally. Grasp some basic Linux commands. Build up your digital footprint on LinkedIn, GitHub, and X. And crucially, join a strong Discord coding community. The roadmap highlights groups like NYC's Discord, pointing out that surrounding yourself with peers from across the country is basically your ultimate shield against burnout.
I absolutely love this quote straight from the source. Programming languages play a very small role in their pure form. This totally busts the myth that simply memorizing the syntax of a language will somehow magically get you a job, because, spoiler alert, it won't.
So what does that actually mean? Well, the crucial takeaway here is that companies hire you for your ability to use frameworks and stacks to build real things. If you learn JavaScript, you're aiming to use Node.js or the MERN stack. If you learn Java, you're probably heading towards Spring Boot. Learning Swift, you're building iOS apps. The roadmap is crystal clear here. You have to stop language hopping. Don't jump from Java to Python to C++ just because you get stuck or frustrated. Pick a language based on what you actually want to build and stay there.
Section 4, Semester 2, Leveling Up. Escalating from learning to building.
Okay, brace yourselves because here is the sharp step up in difficulty. Semester 2 requires diving much deeper into data structures and algorithms. You're going to face recursion, trees, and dynamic programming. And the source explicitly warns that these topics will probably bring you to tears. They'll test your resolve, maybe even make you question your life choices over a missing semicolon. You're also going to need to solve 50 more LeetCode problems, but this time at medium difficulty. You'll start attempting Codeforces problems up to a 2,000 rating. Plus, you should be joining or even starting a coding club at your college to build a real-world culture.
But you can't just grind algorithms, right? You've got to build. The source maps out the essential life cycle of a Semester 2 project. Step 1, start simple. A to-do app, a weather app. It doesn't need to be groundbreaking, it just needs to be finished. Step 2, implement one complex custom feature.
The source notes that this is where the real learning happens, because you will get stuck and you'll be forced to actually research the solution. Step 3, push it to GitHub with a proper README file. And Step 4, deploy it live, so anyone can click a URL and actually see your work.
Finally, Section 5, the Golden Mindset Rules, surviving the 4-year tech journey.
Time for a little tough love from the source material. Anything at the start is easy, anything in the middle is difficult, and anything at the end is super difficult. Look, do not switch languages or stacks just because your current one got hard. Because guess what? The new one is going to get hard too. Everything in computer science eventually gets difficult. You just have to embrace the friction.
Another massive mindset shift we need to talk about is avoiding tutorial hell. You know the feeling? It's incredibly easy to passively watch coding videos and feel like you're making amazing progress. But the source stresses the absolute need for self-sufficiency. You have to start reading the official documentation and technical blocks. Use tools like ChatGPT to actually understand concepts rather than just copy-pasting code. Ultimately, you've got to learn how to research and fix your own bugs.
And hey, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. The roadmap advises spending money on your education if you can. Whether that's buying a capable laptop that fits your specific development goals, seriously, do your research on the specs you need, or spending on a valuable networking event or a great book. An investment in the right tools right now pays massive dividends when you're eventually interviewing for those top-tier roles.
Which brings us to this incredibly blunt, no-nonsense conclusion from the source. You need to use your own logic. If you can't solve your own problems, the tech field isn't for you. The roadmap demands absolute ownership of your learning. You have to build the logic, you have to fight through the frustrating errors, and you have to forge your own problem-solving abilities if you want to make it to the finish line.
So, the freshman roadmap is officially set. You know the timeline, you know the tools, and you know the exact mindset required to aim for those top-tier tech jobs. The only question left is, are you ready to commit your first hour today? Stop scrolling, open your code editor, and let's get to work. Thanks for exploring this roadmap with me on today's Explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.